Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. So I'm here. I just finished killing. This is the March Hip Kit main kit. So I just finished using it, so I want to show you what I have left. Now I'm going to show you the stuff that I have a lot of, or that I'm going to be putting into my stash, like stuff that's like, you know, can be used again. So these are the alphas. You can see I did a pretty good number on the alphas. What I have left is actually a lot of numbers, and I've got actually quite a few A's, one E, a few I's left, a couple O's, so I should still be able to make some more words out of these. So these are not going to go in the trash, and I really like these alphas. I honestly didn't think I was going to like them, but I really like how, if you can see those dots, that's kind of where I really like it. I hope it focuses. If not, it will. I think it did. There we go. Okay, so those will go back into my stash. The other thing that came, this was an actual, I think they call it the color add-on. So I have these stencils, which honestly, I don't even know if I use. I think I used them once on a layout and I didn't like it. So I have these stencils, which those are going to go back into my stash. And then this is what I have left for this sticker sheet. Now, again, there still is quite a few numbers here. For the labels, I took a huge hit. I got one there, another heart, one there, and then that's it. This alpha, there's still lots of alphas left. I have lots of A's, lots of E's, lots of I's, lots of O's. So this is still very usable. So I'm going to put that into my stash. I'm going to actually try and use it into the next kit that I use. So that way I'm kind of like always revolving the stash over, if that makes sense. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 chipboard pieces. This is just an inner piece. Oh, 5. See, right up here, I've got 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chipboard pieces left. This thing took a pounding, and I loved this chipboard. I really like this chipboard alphas, so I definitely went to town with that. So again, these are going to go into my stash. I'm going to try and use them in corporation with the next kit for like something if I'm missing just a little something, if that makes sense, and then I can use it up. As for embellishments, because these will probably go back into my stash, this is all I have left. So I've got like, there's lots of these cork alphas, like almost too many, I'm going to say. So there's still a ton left. A ton. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all, but I'll come up with something, I guess. And then these little puffy stickers, or whatever you want to call them. These, I still have a few left of those. Again, I'll just roll it back over. So I have that. Hopefully it focuses. So then as for the paper, this is all I have left. And actually, this is like a thing that came from packaging. And this is it. There's nothing big in here anymore. So I just thought, you know what? I'm done with it. I'm over it. I feel like I used it up, and this is where I'm deciding the kit is killed. Yeah, could I make another layout? But I'm kind of just, I'm just done with it. So I felt like I got lots out of it. So you know what? For those of you who don't want to hear this, I'm going to throw it right in the trash right now. So close your eyes, close your ears. It's going in the trash. The reason why I throw my scraps in the trash is because I have tons of paper, tons and tons. And if I keep it all, then where am I going to put the new stuff? So I just junk it. I know. I'm sorry for those of you who are very squeamish right there, but I'm sorry. So as for the layouts, I think I counted 9. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 layouts. Okay, so this was the very last one I did. I haven't even taken a picture of it yet, so I'm going to try and remember to take a picture. It's not a winner. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. This was kind of towards the end, so I made some banners with the leftover pieces. And then I took some of the embellishments and I drew circles kind of randomly all over the page. So again, it's not my favorite layout, but I do like how it turned out. This was actually the first layout I made with this. I used the Serendipity paper as the background, so yeah, I like using pattern paper for the background. So with this kit, it was kind of nice. The only thing I felt like this kit was missing is there was no cardstock with it. So I had to use a lot of my own cardstock. So I used a lot of the thickers, all the pattern paper. I watercolored that pattern paper right there, and did some journaling, added some of the little pieces that came with it in some indie ink, and that was pretty much it. And hopefully this camera focuses, hopefully, somehow. Ooh, there we go. So then this was the second one I did. There was this really nice glitter paper in there, and I just cut, you know, a piece of it, and I did some triangles with that black diagonal piece of paper. And then added some embellishments, added one of the flare that came in the kit, and some watercolor in the background. And I really like how that turned out. I cut one of these flower chipboard pieces in half and then just kind of stretched it on either side. So yeah, so there's that one. Then there is this one, and this is about my daughter and her best friend. So I just wrote True Friends along the side. And here again, I'm carrying on with that faux kind of stitching with that doodle border around. I really like that look. And actually, what you'll notice is I've actually copied, there we go. I copied this kind of look over several layouts, just because it was a formula that was working and I liked how it was working, so I just kept going with it. Used again some stickers from the collection. I watercolored on this background, this wood grain background. I don't really care for that particular part of it, but I do like the looks of that watercolor paper. So if I'm going like this and then like that, that's so that the camera focuses here and then it should focus there. So anyway, then this one, ooh, come on, camera. I'll just take it out. I really like how this one turned out. So I did a whole bunch of watercolor here. Again, all I'm using for watercolors at this time is just this cheap set that you get from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever. It's a very, very inexpensive set, but you know, you use what you got. So I just did a very, very simple background. I just added the watercolor here, some strips of the pattern paper, you know, tore the edges around here, added the chipboard, some title, and then my journaling, and that was pretty much it. And I like the looks of this one. This one makes me happy. So yeah, I like that one. This one is so fun. I love this one. So I did, again, this is very, very, very similar to this one, if you can see. Very similar. It's just a different style. Again, flipped, you know, from that way to that way. I did, again, that watercolor around the edge with the doodles. You can see there's the doodles there. I took a whole bunch of those chipboard pieces and the little chipboard pieces as well as some of the stickers, and I just layered them along this side, and then that just kind of draws your eye in that way. And then I took some watercolors and I actually drew lines with the watercolors on top of this white cardstock, and added some indie ink, and my title, it says I love my geeks, and then with the little quirk hearts down there. So that is that one. Whoop, there we go. So very nice. This one is so fun. I love this one. So I felt I was gonna do this one as a video, and I thought, well, maybe people might take it the wrong way. So this is actually this is actually my husband when we have been working I don't know, it seems like forever at this place. And my husband does carpentry on the side, and he asked me to come and help him paint this room. And there was all this green tape and all this like plastic all over everything, and it so reminded me of Dexter and his kill rooms and stuff like that. So I just got the giggles so bad about that. And then I was like, I have to do a layout on this. And it was just, I mean, like these little paint and pale, it just went with the picture. I'm like, I have to do a layout on that. So I use actually the Dylusions paint. This is the Fresh Lime paint. And then I just went around. Again, I doodled on the edges. Took that paint chip and put a cork heart there. Added some of the stencil with the white paint. And then just did some journaling here and then some quick sketchy lines. And that was pretty much it. And again, it's pretty much the same layout as this, except you can see like this is a 4x6 and then this is a 4x4. So again, it's just the same idea, just a little bit different. This one is of my daughter's graduation, and you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's the hats thrown up in the air, and then this is like before they threw them up in the air. So I just did a quick little thing on that. Come on. So I did these little things, little banners along the side. I put 13 because it's 13 years of school. I used the big banner for hello. I put class of, actually in my pictures, I put 2015 and it's 2014. I realized that after, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. And then I put follow your dreams, a little arrow pointing there. I used 3 hearts. I'm missing 1. And then I put the let's celebrate. And then all this other stuff along the side, like these little triangles, and then some more labels over here. And then there was a lady's head right here, so I actually took that banner and I just covered her head up. So, and again, I added that doodle stitching up along the top, and I really like that look. This is another really fun one that I made, and I again just took some leftover pieces that were from the collection, and I just cut some 3x4 cards and then just put them kind of like on an angle, and I used some watercolor up at the top, and I did the doodles across this way and then on the bottom, which I'll show you when it gets closer. And then like these little things totally bug me because they don't stay, so I had them like this, but they don't stay. Why? Drives me nuts. And so anyway, I did some doodles in some of these little triangles, which I'll show you when I get to the close-up. Some doodles around these circles, and then I just added a lot of these chipboard embellishments, and I just added layers and layers and layers, and I just cut her pictures down to make them fit. So you see there's the sketches in the triangles. I watercolored this pattern paper here and added, this is like popped up on foam, so you can see it's added like a little bit extra dimension. I added, these are actually punched from that gold and white pattern paper, and I just put 3 hearts there. And then here you can see I did some circles around those little hearts, just to, or did little circles around the circles, my goodness, and then added this flare and then added some words. And this is just going to accent like these circles a bit. And then here's her picture where she got her diploma, and then I put the and on top of the frame again just to add that extra dimension. You can see I did that here. I popped it up with some foam. So I really like this particular page as well. This one is my favorite, as well as the kill room. This one just makes me laugh every time I think of it. So there you have, those are the layouts. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents on this kit, because it's going to be probably not as good as you think. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you've seen, I showed you what I had left from the kit, what supplies I had left, as well as all the layouts that I made. So with that being said, I want to talk to you about my experience ordering the HIP kit. Now, I live in Canada. Now, I want to use that kind of as a disclaimer because it was a lot of a different process for me to order the hip kit. Now, I went to go order the hip kit just like the kit. I didn't want to subscribe or anything like that. And in order for me as a Canadian to order the hip kit, I couldn't just go add like to cart, check out, go through PayPal, bingo bango, I get my copy of PayPal in my email box, I get a shipping notice a couple days later. It wasn't like that. I actually had to email I think her name's Kimberly. I had to email Kimberly, tell her the items that I wanted in the kit, and then she would invoice me with the shipping and everything else on that. Now, I had a hard time with that because, again, it's just like I just want to just throw it in the cart, hit, buy now, done. I don't want, and she's like, are you sure you don't want to subscribe? No, I don't want to subscribe. I just want to buy one kit and I want to try it out. So I had a hard time with that. Then, the other thing is the shipping was over delayed. Now, I understand there was issues with the shipping dock in San Francisco and everything else. I understand that. And I even figured that, would take their time. I totally understand. I'm always one of those people who never send their food back because, it's just, I just don't. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. So I was okay with the shipping and everything else. But the part that kind of drove me nuts is it always seemed like I had to go and get information. Sandra actually, I never received an email. I ordered the color add-on or whatever. It's like the mixed media add-on. It had the Dylusions, 2 stencils in there, as well as paint. There was supposed to be Dylusions paint in it, but, with the shipping and stuff like that, with the docks and stuff, it didn't come. So they substituted for something else. Sandra was actually the one who told me that they were substituting that kit out, or that paint out, for other paint. I didn't even get the email on it. Sandra was the one that told me. So that's kind of like strike number 2. So I don't know, it just really frustrated me when I went to go do all that, and it was just like that. So then when the kit came, I was kind of lackluster already. I was kind of already disappointed. I was already having a hard time, looking at it. It just had a bad taste in my mouth. And the shipping did take a while for it to come. I think it came by post, so it took a little longer than, say, by UPS, which, that's understandable. But it just felt very confusing. I didn't feel like, as a Canadian, I got a lot of great customer service. Again, for those of you who are in the States, you might have totally different, circumstances where, you can just buy and it gets sent to you, no problem. But as a Canadian, I just found it was just, I don't know, I was just very disappointed. As for the kit itself, I did like the paper. I don't like the fact that they have so many different add-ons. I just got the main kit, but then there's an add-on for more pattern paper. There's an add-on for cardstock. There's an add-on for embellishments. There's add-ons for, I don't know, you name it. There's add-on after add-on after add-on. So even if you wanted all those add-ons, man, it would add up fast. Very, very fast. I did not. I just got that color one. And honestly, the only reason why I ordered that color one was because the Dylusions paint was supposed to come in it. So, the other thing I didn't like in the kit is, just felt like it was a little bit embellishment light. That one package of chipboard,
not chipboard, the cork hearts. There was like so many of them. I still have a ton left, and I don't know if I'll ever use them all. And they're really nice, but that was a lot. Like, I would rather take half a package and then say like half a package of, like, I don't know, something else, like enamel dots or something like that, if that makes sense. So it just, I don't know, it was a different kit. It wasn't my favorite kit that I've worked with so far. So again, I'm just very, very disappointed with my customer service that I received with it. Couple other things with products that were in the kit, but I mean, product wise, that's not any fault of the kit company itself. That's a manufacturer thing. The other thing I wanted to show you guys on the kit that I did not like is these little stickers right here. If you can see, they like, they stick together, and then if I want to like rip off one of these, like some of them will rip. You see my O right here, it totally ripped. So that's a manufacturer thing. I totally understand it. So I'm not going to dock Hip Kit on that part. Again, I'm very disappointed. I feel like customer service is said for a lot, especially in this industry. So I feel like I'm going to give this kit 6 Dylusion paint out of 10. There you have it. So if you like these review videos, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of them, just let me know of other kit clubs that you would like me to try out. I'm all for doing reviews. I think it's very helpful for everybody to know what they're like. I will also leave a link to the original box opening of this kit, so that way you can see what's in it. And if you have just come to this channel and you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. I have lots more videos coming up. So I will see you guys soon, and we'll see you in the next review.